What's going on YouTube? JP here, back with another part of this episode. That's right, we're going to go right into the Digimon trading card game for this one. In respect to that, a friend of mine has been telling me to play this deck, and I've been playing it for quite a while, but it's also going towards the Digimon National Championship of 2024. So I want to go ahead and get you guys a little bit of a help and a little bit of an idea of what you can run. That's right, the deck above me is Commandramon. Now, if you're new to the Digimon card game, this will be a good idea for you to watch so you can get an idea of what you want to play for the future, or if you're just an advanced player and you want to be able to see what different deck profiles are out, this is the one to do it. But again, if you haven't done it already, please hit the subscribe button, throw a like, and post a comment so that we can get more content out there for you. Without further ado, let's get right into the profile. Alright, to get things started in this deck profile, I'm going to show you the basics, which is definitely the Digi-Egg. The Digi-Egg is Missimon. Missimon has a wonderful effect where he can return any cards that are in my trash pile back to the top of the deck in order for one Digimon to gain 2000 DP. That's not really the reason why I would do that, just to gain the 2000 DP. It's the synergy that keeps putting the cards back in my deck so I don't deck out, and also putting bodies on the board in the battle area to go for an exclusive win. So that's why I would use this. And Missimon is wonderful. Can't wait for the extra support in BT15 to show off, because I think that gets a little bit better. Next, we go into our Mega Digimon that we run, which is 3 Brigadramon. I don't think running 4 would be good right now, but 3 is just as good, just to see it. Now, there's a lot of ways to search out the Brigadramon in any way, but it's fine, because its end effect will give me more bodies. At the end of my turn, if the cost of play is equal to 7, I can play that many right off the bat, but I can only reveal up to 3 cards. So as an example, if there's 3 2s, they all get played. If there's a 4 and a 3 or a 5 and a 2, they get played. However, because the cost is equal to 7, the rest go to the trash, whatever the case may be. I've actually had a time where I didn't get one, and they all went to the trash. So kind of deck thinning. But also at the same point, you have other effects that would return cards back to the deck so that we can use them for later more over time. The last Mega I would run would be 1 Darkdramon. Not too many. Now Darkdramon already has an ability to where it can give my opponent all the memory on play. It doesn't do anything when it's Digifall, so you have to play it right away. Now, the secondary effect is if there's any D-Brigades that are in the trash to go to the top of the deck in any order, all my memory goes to that. So it's kind of just one of those, I got a Digimon that can attack this turn right away with its rush ability. Might as well just give you the memory. Not really. So it's really good to play this, especially going in-game when you already have enough bodies to go for it. Next, I played the Ultimate Digimons, and that would be the Cargodramon. Cargodramon having the effect, if any of my Digimon were to be deleted, I can reveal the top 3 cards of my deck, and if any of them are Commandramon, you get played immediately. So this guy just gives me bodies right on the board, hence the name Cargo. One that's on play effect, or even when Digivolving, I can reveal the top 3 cards of my deck, and if any of them have a play cost of 4, being D-Brigade or Digipolice, they also hit the board, and everything goes to the trash. So either way, I'm getting a Digimon no matter what. That's why the Cargodramon name is there. Playing 4 of this is amazing. Commandramon, not so much. I only played 2 of those because it gives me a higher play cost, which is 5, but not so much as when I go to attack, I can reveal the top 3, and if any of them are Commandramon, they get played, and then everything else gets trashed. So I don't see too many of this, but the other one, the Cargo, is great because I can just keep going on whatever I do, whether that's Digivolve, on play, or if it's an inherited effect when I Digivolve on top of it, it'll do it just fine. Commandramon is just, if I have enough bodies on the field and I attack with it, then I'm good. So that's why I do it. Next, I have the Champion Digimon, which are our level 4s. I play 4 Numemon. Numemon is the best card in this deck because of the fact that it is also a Tamer Mind Link. So with the Tamer Mind Link, whenever I get a chance to play 1 Satsuki Tamahime, it's going to go ahead and give me the ability to put that Tamer under this Numemon, and it gives the Numemon an inherited effect, which we'll go into when I get to that card to explain. But on play, it says by placing 1 Satsuki Tahime from my hand on the bottom as a Digivolved card, one of my Digimon gains Rush. So that's okay. So if I already have a board and I just played the new Maimon, that Digimon gets Rush. Even new Maimon gets Rush. So it's really good. I don't mind it. It's very good on play and very good Digivolving. So you can definitely go ahead and get your plays right off the bat. And the last champion I would play, or sorry, one of the few champions I would play, moreover, would be the Commandramon. The Commandramon has jamming. Jamming is really good when it goes to security checks. Now you're going to be fearing the fact that if it's an option card, you can't really block that. But if it happens to be a Digimon with a higher DP than 4,000 on the Commandramon, it's not dead. It's kind of like having the Vidramon back in the day with Rush jamming. They really couldn't do a whole lot. You're just Rookie rushing them without having to worry about Digivolving or any inherited effects. You're just pop, 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 and you were able to solidify a win in that game. The last champion I would play would be the 4 Commandramon, High Commandramon. Now this guy is really good too, because when I attack, I can reveal the top 3, and if any of them are Commandramon, they get played. So no matter what, I'm getting Commandramon, and he's one of 20 that I would play, because you play multiple copies, but there's 5 Commandramon that I would play in total, with him being one of them. The next one would be this Commandramon. These are all of our rookies. This one reveals the top 5 cards of my deck, and if any of them are D Brigade or Digi Police, I can go ahead and add it to my hand. Everything else gets shuffled or returned to the bottom of the deck. And also the option of the top of the deck. Now it doesn't say in any order, but you gotta remember what order you put it in so you don't go into a game state where you don't remember that. But it's good because you can get your Brigadramon, have it in your hand ready to go for future turns when you're ready to Digivolve, so on and so forth. The next one is this Commandramon, which on deletion, I can reveal top 3 cards, and if any of them are Commandramon, they get played. Hence the High Commandramon, because in history, he's treated as Commandramon. So it's going to be able to hit the board as 1 Digivolution higher, regardless of the fact. So it's really wonderful how this deck can be played. Next one would be the Commandramon that has the decoy ability. Now, to protect my champions and ultimates from being deleted from certain effects and abilities, the decoy kicks in and says, no, I'm not going to let myself get defeated here or get deleted. I'm just going to go ahead and just take the seat back and delete myself. So that's the really good part about this Commandramon. So it's good protection. And then the last one, of course, the vanilla Commandramon. Because its cost is 2, it gives me more of an effect to play more Digimon. So, every turn when you Digivolve, you get to draw a card and you keep going. So with him being just a normal play cost of 2, wonderful deal. And that's it for the Digimon in this deck. Like I said, I played 20 Commandramon and 4 of them being a champion. The rest are synergy cards to get Commandramon on the board. No matter how many bodies I throw out, Commandramon is going to hit the board, regardless of what I do. So that's it for the Digimon here. Next are our option cards. Option cards are definitely good in the security check, but can also be played, right off the bat. So with that being said, 3 defense training allows you to get 1 black card added to my hand, the other one goes onto the bottom of the deck. So wonderful card. Can't really complain with that. And on the next turn, if I get rid of it, the Digivolve cost is 2 less. So if any of my Digimon are 3 Digimon costs, it comes with 1. Good memory, I think so. Next one would be DCD Bomb. I love this card. DCD Bomb is so good that it makes other players look at it and say, well, I had a good board. Next game. So what it does is it does a de-Digivolution. So whatever the Digimon is, it goes to the trash. They have to rely on their secondary, which, it doesn't matter at that point because I'll probably delete it if the play cost is 6 or less. So as an example, like Andromon, delete the Magnet Andromon, it goes to Andromon and delete it, so you don't have to continuously see the Andromon play. It's one of those decks that's very important, and you don't want to see too much of it because it keeps getting the Digimon back every time it goes from the security to the field, back to the security to the field. There's just so much going on with that. And then last but not least, Pride Memory Boost. You gotta play 2 of those. You get your memory back You know, you gain 2 memory at the next turn after you play this. You reveal the top 3 cards, and you can play a black Digimon card with a cost of 4 or less without paying its cost. So, wonderful card here, especially if it's in the security stack. Immediate play, so it's wonderful. So I like this a lot, and going to use these cards is definitely going to be great moving forward. I enjoy it. Last but not least, our Trainers, which happen to be the Satsuki Tamahime. Tamahime is wonderful because it has that Mind Link ability that I mentioned, because this tamer has an inherited effect. So, as an example, if Numemon gets played, I put this on the bottom. Now Numemon has the effect of both jamming and reboot. Jamming and reboot is very important in this format because you're going to be able to security check and not die. And also at the same time, you're going to be able to unsuspend at the end of your turn. So you're going to have to wait a little bit so you're not deleted while he's suspended, because Digimon can be attacked if suspended. This one will unsuspend that, and that problem is deleted. So, wonderful trainer card right off the bat. I love this girl. I might get the full arts because she's great. I'm just playing the deck because it's fun. And then last but not least, Izzy, our boy. Izzy! That's right. Izzy can be able to counter memory gain. So if your opponent goes to his turn with 1 memory, you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and you get the memory. So they lose their turn. Exactly. I've seen this work in many ways when it's still my turn, and I, play a card that gives my opponent the 1 memory, which they're sitting at, and then it gets set to 0. So that means it'll be my turn, right? Continuing on in that form. If that ruling is correct, then I've done it right. But if not, then that means the opponent who started at 1 will start at 0. But I think it'll start with me being at 0 to play the game further. That's it for the cards here. This deck profile, I don't think I'll be able to change anything in it. I think it's good just by, just 50 cards looking great. So if you like that, like I said, put a like on that thumbs up, and I'll get right into the combos. Now, normally how you play the game, of course, you're going to start with 5 cards to draw right off the bat. Then the next will be the 5 security. So you're going to have to put all this to the side. So it looks like this. So you have your security on the side, you have your 5 in the hand, and you have your hatching zone, just like this. Now, some of the plays that I've done so far, just going into the hatching phase of Miss Amon, hopefully I get one, which this hand's okay. So I play my Commandramon to draw right off the bat. And then, I normally just play a Commandramon just to hold off, and then my opponent gets to go. So we continue to play. We put this up here. Then we're going to go into our high Commandramon to draw, which is a cost of 2. Depending on what is played, that's usually what happens. And then we play our new man. So it's fine, just with this board. I don't have the Satsuki to continue to play, so it's fine. And then I just wait. Sometimes my opponent will start attacking, putting stuff away, which the Commandramon is a problem. So having a low-cost DP like that going into the trash pile just happens like that. So we draw again. Then we go into our hatching phase. We do the same thing all over again. This time we have the normal to draw. Then we go into our 4s, which will Digivolve down here. And then we'll draw again. So this is a cost of 3, so that just eliminates part of my turn unless I have another 3 to play, and then it gives it to my opponent. So I have 2 decoys, basically protecting myself so the decoy comes in. And I draw. Alright, then we go into our level 5 draw. And then our effect, mill 3, or to reveal the 3. Any of them are play cost or 4 or less, I'll play the Digimon. These go to the trash, deck reveal 5. 4, 5. And if any of them are Debrigade or Digipolice that get added to hand, then these get set on top of the deck because it's just how it happens. Or I can put it on the bottom, which the top of the deck is fine because of the way that this is built. And then I would just end right here with the Commandramon. So this is where the fun of Brigadramon happens, because not only am I deleting Digimon with play cost of 7, so I can get rid of a whole lot of board, depending, or just one problematic Digimon. So this is where that comes into effect. Once that happens, you know, all of my Digimon have blocker now. So it's full protection on the board as long as this Brigadramon is here. I don't have to worry about blocking any, and they all have it. So that's really good to do it. And of course, at the end of the turn, I can reveal 3, 1, 2, 3. And if any of them are play cost, they get played immediately, and the rest go to the trash. And it's the total cost for D-Brigade or Digi-Police trait among them. So, as I mentioned before, that trait ability, this is a Digi-Police. So, because the play cost is 7, it gets played right away without paying the cost. So I have another Commandramon, and I have a Satsuki Tamahime. And it's really, really fun because I mentioned that this works, and it doesn't say Digimon only. It says a 7 play cost total worth of cards with the trait. So with her having the Digi-Police trait, it's amazing. I don't think many tamers have a trait for what I've seen so far. I would have to double check. I think Izzy might have a trait, but if not, this is where that comes in. Because you got to look at every card directly. And I think having the trait on that effect will allow me to get the card. Now, this is a pretty good standard board, and this will pretty much kill an opponent if done correctly. So I draw. And yes, this will probably, you know, destroy my opponent and go to the game too, because I now have everything. I can put the Satsuki Tamahime onto our Commandramon, and now I can attack without having to worry about losing anything because I have jamming and reboot. And not only that, if there's any cards in my grave or my trash pile that have D-Brigade, I can put them on top of the deck, which I do, and I can gain to 2,000. So let's go 6, and then with his effect, I can reveal 3, 1, 2, 3. And I can play any Commandramon or any black card with 3 or less. So there's that Commandramon right now. So he attacked, which is fine, and he'll have reboot at the end to get me what I need. Now, the also ability of this is, like I mentioned, Numemon, which allows me to play Satsuki from my hand directly. And now I'm going to go ahead and give the Commandramon I just played Rush so it can attack. And normally, if he does go away on deletion, I can reveal the top 3. 1, 2, 3. And if any of them are Commandramon, they get played. So, right? Just like that. And then I think the other ones go to the bottom of the deck in any order. So, look at this. A good way and a good strategy to get a board that continuously plays Commandramon. And you already have the Brigadramon to go ahead and do what you need. So that's what is amazing with this deck. So I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of the combo play that I've done with this deck over and over again, and how much synergy can come to a board, at least in this format. It's amazing, and I love it the most. Not only that, because Digi-Police have always been one of my favorite cards, at least, or favorite archetypes, even from way back when D-Brigade was first announced. I enjoyed it. So if you guys like what you saw, again, like I said, hit that thumbs up for the like, post a comment, and definitely subscribe so you guys can get more content. Until next time, people, peace.